There, Kari Lake joining us tonight, and it's good to have you back on. I thought he was great today in the White House and really identifying, I think, the point, the larger point, which is that the people right now that are screaming about due process, the people that are demanding that we leave all of these people in this country, don't care at all about the actual victims, like Kamala was saying, the actual vulnerable people in this country, and they're voting for the demise of their own nation while removing themselves from the impact as much as they can.
He said it perfectly. I mean, he did a master class on how to school this insanity that's coming out of the mainstream media. He's right. The people sitting in that room trying to stick up for murderers and rapists and gangbangers, they're living in fancy high-rise apartments. They're living in safe neighborhoods. And they always forget who didn't get due process. And it's the victims who have died at the hands of fentanyl dealers, who've died at the hands of rapists, cartel members, those who've been abducted. And frankly, it's the children who've been trafficked as well. I thought Stephen Miller perfectly stated that point. But it was something that I heard a little bit ago from Kamala Harris that really stuck out, where she talked about the elephants surrounding the vulnerable. Yeah. You know, that's exactly what President Trump is doing with this administration. His policies are helping those who are vulnerable, the American taxpayer, the American middle class, which is just fledgling right now, but under President Trump, we'll see a resurgence. So I'm still 100% in support of what this administration is doing. And I don't think for a minute the American people are listening to the mainstream media or buying what they're selling.
That's such a good point. And again, it's like the definition of vulnerable. I'd love to hear them actually define what a vulnerable person is, because every time we hear an atrocity committed against anybody that lives in a major American city where they try to just do away with policing, anyone that's been impacted by illegal immigration, which is tons of people in this country have watched their quality of life, plundered by what we've seen here. I mean, if you live anywhere near a major American city, I mean, it's like you got hotels suddenly full of illegal migrants. What do you think that's doing to quality of life? What do you think's happening to crime and everything else? All of these stories they run from as fast as they can. They ignore them completely. But the moment that someone like Moshe Madawi is taken into custody by ICE, they run towards that as fast as they can. This is a guy that was screaming at Columbia, let's kill all the Jews. He's got this horrific police report in his background that was just uncovered this week. These are their martyrs because they're trying to find some way to save what they've done to this country. And so they're trying to find a mistake from Tom Homan, and what they're finding is there's not many mistakes to be found, that the people that are being removed better damn well be removed and should be removed from this country.
And the vast majority of Americans wish there were 10 Tom Homans to do more work. We need to get people, the illegal aliens who poured across our border in the most outrageous invasion we've ever seen on our home soil. We need to get them back to their homelands, and we're doing that, but we need to speed the process up. Unfortunately, President Trump, and he's used to being a fighter, he's got to fight on several different fronts, and right now the judicial front is the front where we're seeing most of the obstruction to getting people who've come here illegally and are doing harm, frankly, to our country back to their homes. You know, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it the demented way that the mainstream media and the fake news media are presenting it, and some of the radicals on the left, or you can look at it as how compassionate are we that when someone invades our country, we choose to send them back in a humane way for homecoming in their own country. Other countries would not do that, and we are providing them a humane way back home. They cannot stay here. They've got to go, and we need to push back hard against this narrative that the fake news is pushing. I'm glad Stephen Miller was in the press room today. I mean, they must have been mortified when he stated the truth the way he did. It's absolutely right. You couldn't give these people a free apartment in one of these neighborhoods that have been taken over by gang violence or drug dealers. They wouldn't take it.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt Tonight on Newsmax.